Hey, it's Larry here, Xbox Live's Major Nelson, down here at a secret location. It's South Park Studios. I've got an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour for you. Frank, how are you?
Very well, how are you?
Good to see you, my friend. So
Thanks for coming.
You're like in charge of production.
I am in charge of production. I'm the supervising producer here at South Park. We are in the midst of season 13 production right now.
Now, I know that you normally don't let cameras in, but you're allowing the inside Xbox cameras
It's true.
in. Can you give us a quick tour of how you guys produce a show?
I'd love to. All right, well, welcome to our storyboard and design department. They are the beginning of the chain here as far as the production goes.
So everything that people see on screen begins right here. Every joke, every idea, everything starts right here.
It starts right here.
Well, first we get a script, and a script, we never get a script in the full batch, we just get it in a small section. And then we have to turn each action that the characters do in there into kind of actual camera shots.
So you actually have to take the words and bring them to life.
We have to bring them to life. We're at the first pass for Trey, so you can kind of get a visual sense of how the jokes will play out. And we have to build it almost like a comic book. So every time there's an action or a shot or a cut, we have to kind of design it. 6 or 7 pages, we have about an hour per page to get it done. Most places you'd have a week or so to get through 7, 8, or 10 pages. We have like an hour depending on what's in it. And the second part is we have to design all the characters and stuff. So for every new character, we use him as a standard. We'll build this, and then Trey will approve this. He'll look at the look, and he'll say, that's great. And then we'll do what's called a turnaround, which is a side and a back view.
Yeah.
In traditional animation, you'd actually draw each frame and have each pose be different, but we actually build them like puppets. So they can actually pose them, move them, and make them act out the scene that they're supposed to act out. So if there's a special pose or something that deviates from this, it comes back to us again. So if Trey wants him punching or falling backwards or doing something that is not covered in these 3 poses that they can't simulate over there, we have to generate that here too.
Once we assemble the characters, backgrounds, props, we send it to a lip sync department actually. They bring in the audio, they lip sync the mouths, and then it goes on to animation. There's a couple ways animators can animate. There's selection handles here for the rotation and the movement of the heads for the head bobs. We have eye positions, so when they get angry, and all these characters have the same controls.
For each show, how much time is put into it? I mean, it's got to be extraordinary.
We're producing an episode every 6 days.
Right.
And we cram anywhere from 100 to 120 hours a week. Every department, everybody in this building to get the show prepared and ready for air. I fiber the show to New York.
Right.
I finish that at about 4 o'clock here Pacific time, which is 7 o'clock on the East Coast. The show's on the air 3 hours later. We go home, get a little bit of rest, come in on Thursday morning and start it all over again.
I mean, nobody else in the industry does that.
Nobody's doing it like we are. This is where the magic happens. Matt and Trey might, on average during a week of production, come in here 6 times as drafts of script and scenes are being handed over, record them, and move them out into the production. It takes them about 23 minutes to read a 22-minute script in total.
Do you think that actually, that's part of the magic?
Absolutely.
Is that they know the content so well and they're so into character and they're just moving it right along?
Absolutely. I think that's part of the magic. This is our editorial department. This is Keith Barkas. He's our lead editor. His first task is to take the digital files that are being produced from the storyboard department, each of the individual storyboard panels, along with the dialogue that Matt and Trey are recording in our audio booth here in-house, and he's building an animatic. The timing is all in place based on the session that Keith is producing, and then Keith turns over to our production floor these elements. We assign shot numbers, and everything's assigned to the floor, and off we go.
So this is the first time that we're going to see what we saw in the storyboard department and then the audio come together and then tweaked accordingly.
Absolutely, it happens right here.
So keep the pressures on. Now let's go through real quickly where they can get the show from Xbox Live Marketplace.
Absolutely.
Where else?
Well, they can get the show on from South Park Studios as a stream. It's not a download, so if you want to own the show, you got to go to Xbox.
Okay. In HD.
In HD.
So thank you, Frank. We're going to come back down again. Can we do that?
Please do.
That sounds great.
Thanks so much,
my friend. We'll
All
see you
right.
next time.
Take care.